Hey, good afternoon. This is Jeremy with Crush It Sales Automation. Wanted to talk you through some of the new and exciting AI agent building that we're starting to do. Kind of walk you through this initial workflow, which is basically it's designed to be my executive assistant, but it can almost replace me with all the tasks that I do. And kind of talk you through, I leverage ChatGPT daily, all day, and it's an amazing tool and it does all kinds of stuff, but it can't really do the work for you unless you use a system like some of these low-code, no-code tools like n8n or make.com to actually provide it access to some of the tools so that it can actually do some of the work. And I think it's coming in the next 6 to 12 months, but it still isn't here, and I was getting a little frustrated, so I was watching a video on YouTube actually and saw this framework for using n8n to build not only AI agents but like a whole AI team or things that it could do. So I wanted to walk you through the workflow that we're building for me to learn how to do this, and then we can actually clone this and configure it for other people, which is going to be super cool. So if you or other people you know want an AI assistant or an AI, an AI executive assistant, or just your own personal AI agent that can do your workflow for you, so that you can be focused on strategic and research tasks to deploy it to do the work for you, I think it can be massively powerful and allow you to do way more in way less time. So I'm going to walk you through. Basically, in these low-code or no-code tools, n8n I think is probably the best at this currently, because they actually have an AI agent builder node that you can use. But you're basically using your large language model like ChatGPT. You have to give it memory so it can remember what you've been talking about and it can have context. And then you give it access to tools like email, your CRM, things like that, so it can actually do the work for you. So here's our configuration. I basically want to be able to email it. I want to be able to voice to text chat with it, kind of like you do in ChatGPT, because a lot of times I have great ideas on the fly, and the voice to text feature on ChatGPT is amazing, just to be able to talk to it and input it in. So I want to be able to do that the same, whether it's an app on my phone or whatever we end up creating. And then type or talk into the portal, obviously, and n8n, so that we can feed it into the AI. We connected it to email. Initially I was looking at Outlook because that's my primary email, but Gmail seems to be more robust for sending emails, replying to emails, looking at your calendar. It just seems more fully configured for this type of use case. Another tool that we're giving it access to is Vapi AI or Retail AI, which will allow it to make outbound calls on my behalf. So you could literally say, hey, AI agent, mine's name is Riley, named after my daughter, which I think is kind of fun. Riley, can you call this person and set up a meeting or send an email to them with me and copy, scheduling a meeting for later today or something like that. We have connected it to a memory bank that gives it, I think initially 6 to 12 months worth of memory so that it can remember the context of all the stuff that we're doing. And then we connected it to my ChatGPT 5 instance. And then we prompted the AI agent node with context and information and links to all the websites of the companies that we run and are building, so that it understands where we are, what we're doing, what we're building, and what's helping us with, which I think is super cool. The only other things I was thinking about connecting this to, because you can only connect 3 to 6 tools to each agent node, otherwise it becomes too complex or gets kind of overwhelmed, but that seems to be the sweet spot. I was thinking our Pipedrive CRM, so that it could have access to all my contacts and meetings and information, emails, phone numbers, and all the notes that we have in that system to our massive database of like 150,000 companies. And then maybe to my WordPress site, because a lot of what I'm doing is strategic stuff where we're list building, creating content, and distributing that content out to the email lists and social platforms, and then on all our different websites. So pretty cool. This in and of itself would probably be an executive assistant. If you could, connect it to your ChatGPT, give it memory, connect it so it can send and receive emails and reply, allow it to make outbound calls. This might be a little tricky, but I think it's totally doable because we're building outbound sales agents for our company now, and then cloning them and redeploying them. But beyond that, since you can only connect it to 3 to 5 tools, some of the workflow that we've come up with, and this is basically it's almost like a Jeremy replacer, with me being the president and founders of the company. But my basic workflow is of what I do. We create subordinate agent nodes that would be the workers. This being the manager, and this being the workers. And we came up with 4 verticals of the basic work that I do and my team does on a day-to-day basis. Another agent node connected to ChatGPT with memory, the ability to connect to our Seamless.AI contact database to pull lists and download them, and then push it into our CRM if need be. This is kind of connected automatically, so that we're building lists seamlessly and adding to those lists 1,000 contacts a day for both us and for some of our new clients. So, we could even augment this to where it's servicing our clients, or in conjunction with our other assistants, team members. Marketing and social posting, so another node of ChatGPT 5 agent builder with memory, a connection to our email marketing system, Campaign Monitor, Instantly AI for cold email, and then Publer for social posting, where you can kind of shotgun out your blog content to social channels really fast. So that would be amazing. And then keyword research and blogging, another agent node powered by ChatGPT 5. The ability to connect to my Uber Suggest keyword research tool, a connection to our WordPress sites again so it can create the content and post, and then a web search or scraping or social listening tool, so that it can actually do, I think we're using Vitality was the name. It's actually an HTTP, like a webhook or an HTTP call that allows AI to search the web on its own. So we've actually connected that to the agent manager up here, but we would do something similar down here. And then again, memory, so that it can remember contextually what it's been doing when it's asked to do something else, so that it has background and is more able to do the work better and better as it learns more. And then sales as well. I've made 1 million cold calls probably myself, but we're now building these systems and teams that can do it in a more automated, evergreen fashion, so that we're creating a snowball of perpetual warm leads for us and our clients as a service. So again, a agent node connected to ChatGPT memory, probably connected to our Vapi AI or retail agent account so that it can make outbound sales calls, and we've prompted our AI sales people in this node so that it can make those calls, update our CRM, send email to ourselves or the people that it's talking to. We kind of have this connected where it gathers the information and then actually sends us, will warm transfer the person to my sales team if they're interested, or it will collect information from anybody who's lightly interested, name, email, phone number, notes, and then email notify us and log it in the CRM. And then maybe I was thinking Calendly or my Outlook calendar so that it can book appointments for me as well. But pretty crazy. That would mean it would I mean, theoretically, I could almost replace myself to a certain point. I guess somebody else would replace me if I didn't do it first. So, might as well have a hyper powerful AI executive assistant that could do most or all of my workflow, and I mean, truly allow you to do 10x in less time, probably, and focus on more interesting and strategic work in your workplace. So, if this is of interest, let me know in the comments or how you might do it differently, and hopefully we'll have this up and running for me in the next month, and then we can start cloning and rewiring it for your specific use case and build them for other people. So that's super exciting, and another service for my new firm, crushitsalesautomation.com. So if these are things that you're interested in having built for yourself or your team, or automating more of your workflow, I can be reached at 619-885-8188 or Jeremy@crushitsalesautomation.com. Hope you're having an amazing week, and let's crush it more together this year.